I think that together the old-fashioned, the sour, and the martini are templates that led to pretty much 75% of the cocktails that we know today. This is not scientific, but when you think about it, a lot of classic cocktails are just a riff on another classic cocktail, but different or a little more complicated. And I think that when you understand these three templates, there are so many different options that you can make before starting being bored, and it's a great way to get inspiration when it comes to cocktail. And that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to play with a classic, we're going to make a riff on another riff, we're going to play with the Diamondback cocktail. So if you guys are ready, let's do it. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining us again for this new cocktail video. So as I said in the intro, there are a lot of different cocktail templates that you can use to create new recipes. And speaking of which, there is one that I believe is a magic formula and I want to dedicate a whole video to it. So stay with me till the end, I have something to ask you about it. But back to today's video, sometimes the cocktail templates is not enough for me to get inspiration because I have to create new cocktails every week. So that's when I usually dig into a cocktail book. One of my favorite book is the book from the Death & Co. And yesterday I was browsing through it and I found a beautiful cocktail recipe, a riff on one of my favorite classic, the Diamondback. Link up here, I've already made it on the channel, but basically it's rye whiskey, apple brandy, and yellow chartreuse. So the Death & Co. said that they've made several riffs on the Diamondback throughout the years, and I think I understand why. It is a very interesting template to work with. When you think about it, it's aged spirit, fruit spirit, and herbal liqueur. So that's when I had the idea yesterday to change the rye whiskey for Scotch, the apple brandy for Pisco, and I stick to the yellow chartreuse, using just a little less and adding a little bar spoon of oleosaccharum that we've already made on the channel, link up here again, and a few dashes of Angostura. So if you guys are ready, we're gonna start with 2 ounces of Johnny Walker Black Label, then we're gonna add half an ounce of Pisco. Next, we're gonna add a scant half ounce of yellow chartreuse. One bar spoon of orange oleosaccharum. I know in the video of the oleosaccharum recipe, I said I was keeping the oleosaccharum in my jar with the zest, but for a lack of space, I had to bottle it up. So don't quote me on that. And lastly, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. And now we can fill our mixing glass with ice and give it a good stir for about 60 revolutions. And we can now strain it into our favorite cocktail coupe. And since I didn't find a proper name for a Scottish snake, I call this cocktail the Scottish Bite. So now let's give it a try. It is a delicious cocktail, and it also stands by its name. It has a lot of bite, it is a strong cocktail, but it is very well balanced. The first thing that you get in taste is obviously the Scotch and the herbaceousness from the yellow chartreuse. Then you get a hint of fruitiness coming from the grape Pisco that adds a little bit of freshness to the cocktail that would probably lack otherwise because it would be probably too strong or too stiff. and the orange oleosaccharum just enhance the fruit flavor from the Pisco and also adds a lot of texture to the cocktail because it is very rich and syrupy. And then a few dashes of Angostura bitters just to add a little more spices. I think it is a great cocktail, and without a doubt, the Diamondback is a very interesting cocktail template to play with. And speaking of templates, guys, I told you in the beginning of the video that I have one that I like to call the magic formula, because for me it worked every single time that I used it, regardless of the ingredients that I use, as long as the flavors are going well together. So I would like to test it with you and prove that I'm right. So I would like you to provide me with some ideas, and we're gonna test it on this channel live together. So basically this template is spirit, acid, sugar, fortified wine, and liqueur or modifier. So it's a little complicated, maybe we will forget about it, so I'm gonna write it in the comments down below. And starting from now, I will gather all your ideas for a week, and after that I will choose my favorite one and I will put it to test, and we're gonna film that and we're gonna taste it together in about 2 or 3 weeks. So that's it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Hit the like and the bell if you want to be notified when we post a new cocktail video. Until then, thank you very much again. Can't wait to see your ideas. Have a great day and see you very soon. Cheers.